Hello, my wonderful students. This is James Kelly Davis giving you a little rundown of the syllabus. I'm doing this from my phone because it's the quickest way to get this out there to you and make sure that it's something that you can see. I highly recommend the Canvas app. It will really empower you to keep in touch and keep up on top of your assignments. First of all, when we go to the syllabus, we're going to go to light mode. When you actually do this on a computer, it's going to show you all the assignments up underneath there. But here, if we look at summary, on the app, it will show you every assignment for the entire class. And if you go back to syllabus, you can see that this is a video of me covering the syllabus high points, which I'm about to put this video in that spot. So if you want to watch this video, obviously you've already done this. But let's look at the PDF version. Really, they're the same, but PDF's a little bit easier to look at. First of all, I'm an adjunct, so I don't have office hours, office phone, anything like that. But because you're taking an online class, this is just basically an email class. If we need to meet in Teams, then I'm glad to do that. Just make sure and have the Teams app loaded in, and we can make a plan if we need to. I'm glad to help. The course description, the prerequisites and co-requisites, the course learning outcomes, and general education outcomes are all too much to read at the moment, but basically it's a description of the class. I'm much more interested in sharing my topics list with you, which is critical reading skills, critical writing skills, analysis, synthesis, evaluation, handling source material. All these things will be done in this class. Now, some important dates you need to know this semester: the start date, obvious, the 15th. The last day to register is the 21st, so you can actually start this class late. So talk to your friends, get them in the class. Last day 100% refund is 8/24. Last day 80% refund is 9/1. Then we need to talk about the verified participation. That is the 1st of September. I actually have to turn it in on the 2nd of September, but you need to have every assignment complete by the 1st of September in order to be counted as participating in the class. If you don't have every assignment completed by then I will have no choice but to drop you on 9/2. That's called the census. Labor Day is we're closed on the 7th, but that doesn't really matter because we are online students. Last day to withdraw is 10/30, and this is basically the idea of withdrawing. If you know you're not passing, if you know you can't continue in the class, it's much better to withdraw than it is to just ghost the class, because your score for the class won't be an F. Your grade for the class won't be an F, it'll be an FP, which is much worse. That's called a failure to participate, and that can have consequences for your financial aid. The Thanksgiving break is 11/25 to 11/28. The last day of class is 12/4, and then finals are 12/7 through 12/11. We have no textbook in this class, but we do have these online textbooks which you can use during the course of the class. There's a breakdown of assignments. We're going to do one project. The project is broken down into 5 project steps. You'll explore a topic meaningful to you, and it's going to be a tech-based topic, and I'll tell more about that in a minute, or actually in the other section, which is the class breakdown. That's another video that I'm going to film. You can propose a project, research a topic, craft a written script in a Word document, and produce a multimedia presentation in one of the following presentation formats, which is either a video essay or an audio or video podcast, or a presentation with recorded audio narration, so like a PowerPoint, Canva, or Google Slides, that sort of thing. These are the assigned units that you'll need to complete it, but there are also several assignments, smaller assignments built in. I think you saw that on the syllabus earlier when I was looking at the list of assignments. You can pick your topic and propose your project, research and copious notes, script, multimedia presentation, and final and bonus week. So the final and bonus week look like two assignments, but they're really, and they are, but there's no, they're basically lumped in together because they take place at approximately the same time. The final will be the very last day that we're going to do any work in class. And then the bonus week is a chance to revise or even redo an assignment for an improved replacement grade for an assignment that you turned in on time but did not make a good grade on or made a grade lower than you wanted. Let's see, the grading scale, typical for our region or for Arkansas, we're talking 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 89 is a B, and so forth. The late work policy is really important. Let's talk about that for a second. Engaged attendance. What that means is you're actually doing the work in the class. Kind of like what we're talking about with the FP or the failure to participate. I expect you to arrive on time. Well, stay for the entire class. All that means is for this online class is that you're doing things on time and you're working all the way through until they're complete. I need you to prepare. You finish readings and assign work in preparation of the day is due. Pay attention during discussions and class activities. All that means is for this class that you're going to be participating in discussions, and you will definitely complete the assignments as I suggested, including those that you can leave comments on, and then I'll leave comments on your comments, and you leave replies to those comments. That's a way to participate in the class. I do want you to build time management skills. So late assignments accrue a grade penalty of 10% per day. That seems a little harsh, except if you think about it, the deadline could be a 0, if you cross the deadline. So actually, this is quite a bit different than that. 10% is 1 letter grade, and I accept your work up to 7 days after the due date. That means that after 3 days late, it is 30% off. After 5 days late, it's 50% off. After that, after 7 days, the window closes. If something big is going on, reach out before the deadline, if at all possible. We can work together on a plan. The goal is to stay on track and not to panic. Life happens. One way to deal with this is connect with classmates, check Canvas often. Lots of helpful comments appear in the discussions for each unit. And then if you're still stuck, shoot me an email and I'll help you. The census date we already talked about, that's September 2nd, but you need to turn it in by September 1st. Also, there is a grievance procedure right here. Ann Farmer, the director of English, Ann Farmer, the department chair of English, is the person you need to talk to. The AI policy is pretty straightforward. I do not want you to use AI for anything unless I specifically give you the freedom to do that in that particular assignment. The default setting is no AI. Okay. Especially if you consider submitting AI as your own work, that is an academic plagiarism and academic integrity violation and absolutely cannot work. Let's look down here at the Disability Resource Center. If you have any issues that have been diagnosed or that you need help with, then go see them. And they are the ones who will tell you what to do to secure your accommodations if you have some. And I will be glad to accommodate you, assuming that you talk to the Disability Resource Center. There's also a writing and research resource, which is the Writing Lab, the Writing Center. There are wonderful people who want to help you with your papers, with your work, and they will give you some feedback. You can even do it online asynchronously, so that's pretty cool. Email and password help, call those guys or email the support center. Canvas help, same thing. Call them or email them. There's free Microsoft 365 access. Just click on that and log in and use your NWAC information. Then finally, we have the district contacts in case there is more there are more shenanigans that I pull. Then you can contact those people to file a grievance. Then the copyright notice.